Hello everyone, Player 9 here. We are continuing the Frozen Wilds. We're on episode 40 of Horizon Zero Dawn and part 8 of the Frozen Wilds. In the last episode we were doing the Frontier Justice side quest, which on here we had to go to the cloud. A Banuk brawler Inatut faces exile in the snow for murdering an outlander, the crimes he claims he did not commit. Aloy investigates his possible innocence. So we were attacked by a load of different machines trying to rescue Inatut from his sentence to be. He was basically. The tribe had stripped him naked and left him to die from exposure in the cold, but we felt he was innocent. We found some evidence that he was innocent. We were attacked by a load of machines, and now we need to go and talk to Inatut. So we'll go over to him. Here he is.
I defied my chieftain's will, spurned my Warwick.
How are you feeling?
As if I've been pounded in the guts. I could just keep walking, but when my anger has thawed, it will leave me with nothing. Where else would I go?
If you choose to stay, it should be on your own terms.
This sounds political. I'm not good with politics.
More like a fighting strategy. You survived exile. I bet that doesn't happen much.
I've only heard of it in legends.
You earned your place in the Warwick Inatut. Make them earn you back.
Of all my fights, this is the first time I beat death. I vow to you, it won't be the last. And my song shall grow. You'll hear of it. As for you, Nora girl, will you accept this gift? A little scrawny weighed against the great boon you gave me, but...
I'm honored. Thank you, Inatut.
Right, we've got a load more blue gleam. How much blue gleam have we got? Don't think it tells us. Ah, here we are, 30, 30 blue gleam, blimey. Right, next, we'll go to a merchant, see if we can spend some of our blue gleam. Champion bow, I'll buy that. Let's modify our weapons. That was our war bow, here we are. Clear that, clear that, clear that. So our champion bow replaces our war bow. Right, what else can we buy from this guy? Banuk Ice Hunter Master. So that's 60% resist freeze. 60% resist fire. Nor a silent hunter master, 30% stealth. Resist fire. That looks really nice. That's the same one that I've forgotten her name now. The leader of the hunting grounds, Talana. It's the one that she's got. Buy that. How good do we look? Awesome. Right, let's put some modifications on it. Resist ranged attacks. Resist fire. More resist fire. And even more resist fire. So we've got 154 resist fire.
Ah, there you are.
But I don't think we want to be wearing that. We want to be wearing a shield weaver for the time being. Right, what else we got next? Got lots of blue gleam and pigments to collect, which we'll do later on. That's where we're heading, so we'll do that later. We've got a side quest up here, find some missing hunters. That's quite a way away. So mark that. We'll fast travel to here. Okay, so we fast travelled up north. We're going to head to this location to find some missing hunters, but we're going to mark the path that we need to go on. So we'll mark here, then we know we're heading in the right direction.
I heard of a shaman once who drank machine oil. I think the conclave vanished.
There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. You can't be arrogant.
Have to try and avoid the machines where we can.
I think I found one of the hunters. An outlander, huh? Well, who else would join me on this path I've taken? Which path would that be? Away from tradition. Away from the Werak. It's not so.
Great, scrappers.
Damn. They need metal too. But my need is greater. I was told the Banuk don't accept help. Is it true?
They don't. I do.
Oh. Gotta be down here.
Look sharp, Outlander! There's more of them!
Damn green hawks. Is that it?
Nice. To a good hunt.
Don't even have that. Activated.
An Outlander. Chieftain of a Werak. It's stranger in the cut than I thought. You're telling me. You fight well. I am a Cree. Thank you. I'm Aloy. I heard the White Teeth were missing 2 hunters. You look like you could leave if you wanted to, so... I stayed because of the other. Mylen. She snapped her leg descending the ice. I bided my time keeping vigil, but now she must return to the Werak before they leave. Is joining the White Teeth so important to you? It's one of the great Weraks of Banur. Not so many great ones left now. I would go where Mylen went. I was her shadow on the snow, and she was mine. To be a runner with the White Teeth was everything to her. You know this Mylen well. Since our knees were always skinned. All my life. In a test to prove that we only need ourselves. That was my weakness. Sounds like she was lucky for your weakness. That's not the way she sees it. Mylen won't let you help her, will she? Because of the rules of this test. You're quick as a rockfall. No, just used to being told what's forbidden to me. She won't allow it. Won't take the medicinal plants I found or the food. Only what she can scrape up on hands and knees. I could get close when she was delirious. But now she's learned not to let me get close. What's this ordeal supposed to prove? That we have the strength of our ancestors. That we can survive as they did. When they came in search of a homeland, some were trapped against this glacier by a snowstorm. 4 days, 4 nights. After the storm cleared, the survivors sighted a tall neck, which led them up into Banuk. Well, that's the story I learned anyway.
So let's get her back to the Werrick.
All right. I've made a splint for her leg. Medicine for the pain, but I should warn you, she won't take them willingly. The law of survival...
Tribal law shouldn't keep us apart from the ones we care for.
Even if she cares more for the law.
Right.
Come. Up.
Thank you. I'm grateful for the blaze.
That's where we're going. The frozen flow from the Ice Father. It keeps many things, but it won't have her.
Not if we can help it. More up?
We're lucky. Handholds have thawed. There. She's passed out again.
Between us, we can fight the machines off before they reach her.
Another tradition broken.
Damn long
Take it from
legs.
me. Gets easier the more you do it.
Scrappers! In thin air, they smell metal for miles. Don't lose your foot!
What happened?
Finish them! Glad to have you back.
Oh, it's dead. Thank God.
Scorchers now! This won't be
What?
easy, Aloy.
Scorchers? Oh, you kidding me? Take his weapons off. mine launcher came in handy. That was, wasn't it?
Stocking up?
It's intense.
I can feel her fever even in this cold. She shouldn't have been putting weight on this leg.
She is awake. Miss Outlander. You brought her here, Ikri?
You think I went to the Nora homelands to find a spear to drive between us?
I told you. The ordeal is mine, and mine alone. I will survive.
Which would you rather keep, Mylin? Your leg or your pride? Because I think you're gonna have to choose.
Finish it.
I know what you think of me. But I vowed you'd join the White Teeth. And you will.
I will go back. Alone. No! Let me do this.
Please, let her. Mylin, I hope you can forgive me someday.
I never accepted your help. It's the Were Act you should ask for forgiveness.
I didn't care about the Werak.
She'll understand. You saved her life.
You don't know the Banuk very well, Aloy. We have so many ways to express a grudge, and only one to accept an apology. I have to go my own way. I don't belong with them, who left her to die. And I don't belong with Ikri. I'll find a crack in this glacier, and I'll shout my grief into it. And the ice can keep it forever.
What should I tell them? The Werak.
That I fell. And that she endured. Will you?
Right, so we've got to return to the chieftain, who is miles away. Fast travel there. Okay, the chieftain's over here. Go and have a word with him.
Have you ever heard?
Mylena's returned. I expect you have something to say about this.
I do.
Then convince me what an Outlander's word is worth.
I'm not up on all of the Banuk traditions, but I know what matters to you is that your laws are upheld. Going by the rules of your ordeal, she endured the 4 days and the 4 nights. She faced the extremes and survived. Seems to me that's what you wanted.
Just so.
Then by the law, Mylin will wear our paint.
Outlander. So nothing of the other hunter? The one called Ikri?
She's gone. She sounded brave.
Her name will always be in my song.
My eyes. Oh, no, I can hear it in the cut.
Okay, we've got some more blue gleam.
Say Meridian is a place where...
Not sure we need any more blue gleam. We've got enough. We've got all the decent weapons. We do need the pigments though, which are, I can find them. There's one down here, one right up on the top of this mountain. It's a frost claw site with a pigment right in the middle of it. Just what we need. Another over here. I think there's 5 altogether we need to collect. So that's on the way. Yeah, I think we'll fast travel to here. We'll mark the pigment. Fast travel to here and hopefully we can get near it. Try that again. This is a climbing path. So this must be the way. Yeah, this is different. Still need to get up there.
Sakuli will want that.
Yes. Right at the top of the mountain. Yeah, it's very cold. So next we have to get right down here. So I suppose the easiest way is to go to here. No, to here, and then up. Oh look, flint hawks. Right, we're ready for this pigment then. Wow, snow's heavy here. I've gone the wrong way then. Should have followed the path up here. Yeah, I'm on the right way. Going the right way. That's good. This unfortunately leads to a frost claw. At least one frost claw, I'm sure. But we need to get this pigment.
Another frost claw. Be prepared.
Let's just get in and get out as quickly as we can. So I need to get up there. Still can't see the pigment. There it is.
This will be for Scully.
Right. Let's get out of here. So we've got 1, 2 at least. It's 3, so let's leave one on that. Yeah, one over here. One here. Ah, there's one at the bandit camp we were at earlier as well. Yeah, we want to try and collect everything. So the pigment's up this way. We don't need to get all the blue gleam because we have enough. We have enough blue gleam. And we've got all the animal figurines. There probably will be more side quests once we get into the main mission, but there it is. Oh, it's a watcher, sorry. There's the pigment, it's this way. Yeah. Got it. So only 2 more to get. Fast travel there. We'll head back out towards the bandit camp we've already cleared. We had some trouble finding the pigment when we were last here.
We may scrub the blood from the ground of stone
Have you ever heard the music of Deep Tin? A remarkable sound.
Ah, there it is.
One for Sakuli.
And then so the last one is on the way to Long Notch, so we'll fast travel to here, we'll get it on the way. Nice seeing that handiwork from earlier. Oh, the snow's really thick over here. And here's our last pigment. Right, so now we head to Long Notch.
It's on to me.
What's going on out here? Another control tower.
Ready or not.
Oh, wonderful. Come off it. it. Right. Get a health back. Right, now we can take out these stalkers. Got all of them?
Quiet now.
I think there's more. Okay, cool. Right, there seems to be a separate side quest over here. 2 side quests even. We'll go ahead anyway.
I could forget what warmth feels like out here.
Outlander,
It has survived.
I've heard of you,
Lord.
Huntress. Each of the many verses of your song tells of an impossible victory.
Poor guy's lost an
The
eye.
notes echo across the cut.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
That I know. My song used to echo around Banuk. Umnak, the hunter of legendary machines. That's why I'm here. For another. They call it the claws beneath. Or they did when I was younger. Its defeat would have given my song a fine end. Oh, yeah. I used to travel between Banur and the Cut without stopping to sleep. But this trip, my bones ache, Huntress. But you, out hunting Aratak, leading your own Werak. If half your song is true, you are the only hunter I trust to go in my place.
You want me to hunt for you?
Not just for me, no. For an old friend.
You want me to hunt in your place? Is that some kind of Banuk custom?
Perhaps it should be, but no. We survive and we prevail, until we fail to do either. I confess, this is not easy for me. For any other machine, I would die as I have lived. A Banuk hunter, weapon raised. But too many good lives have been lost to the claws. Throwing my old corpse atop the pile accomplishes nothing. Better to live in a world without the claws than to die while it still makes children orphans.
Sounds like you've got a reputation.
To be Banuk is to push your body to its limits. I found my limits higher than most. Fearsome machines needed killing, and in my youth, I found I had a talent for killing them. Even now, my name carries such weight that when the claws beneath re-emerged, the Werak came to me.
Do you still have the same faith in yourself that your Werak seems to have?
Perhaps I did. Before I held my bow in shaking hands. Noticed, for the first time, the spots on my knuckles. What a strange thing it is to be old. To stare backward and see such distance. But to stare forward at a looming wall.
This machine, the claws beneath. Why travel all the way to the cut just to hunt it?
Some songs. They include a refrain. The return of a past moment. It seemed fitting.
You've hunted this thing before.
Must have been 20 winters past. We were so close to bringing the claws to bay. Closer than anyone else ever got.
We?
Me and my friend. He was a chieftain of my Werak then, a skilled hunter. Every few years, the claws would emerge in a new location. I knew of 2 chieftains he'd sent to their burial pyres. My friend became the 3rd. This hunt, I had hoped to complete it in his honor.
This is obviously important to you, Umnak. Are you sure you want someone else to take down this machine?
No, I am no longer a match for the claws beneath. If I ever was. If I face it, it will kill me. Of this I have no doubt. The Banuk blood in my veins screams at me to take on the claws myself. But I must see it brought down. And dead men see precious little.
All right, Umnak. I'll do what I can.
I've no doubt you can do quite a lot. The stories say the claws beneath returns here only once every 6 winters. The whispers I've heard say it now makes its home on the northeast edge of the cut. Hunt well.
It's beneath. Probably a rock breaker.
May you survive and prevail.
You're Aloy, right? My pop... Bergund, I mean, told me you might be heading up to see me. Varja. Pleasure. Hey, that spear is really something. You've customized her, haven't you?
I've made a change or two. You've got an eye for weapons.
I wish these Banuk agreed with you. I can't seem to sell scrap to a Glentalk around here. Everyone wants boring old bows and spears. I like the more unusual stuff. And the Banuk can get unusual. Like that spear Aratak hauls around. An ice rail. Ooh, or that weapon of Araya's? What I wouldn't give to poke around inside one of those. Feel the lightning on my fingers. Or inside of anything, really. Last commission I had was a month ago. A weapon that spat fire. That didn't go well.
I've got an ice rail, just like Aratak's. You want to take a look?
Are you serious? Yes, I'd love that. Okay. Obvious design flaw. So if I replace these... Yeah, that should... Right. So, believe it or not, she's operating at, let's be generous, half her potential.
What's with the she's?
Oh, Pop says all weapons are girls. I don't think he realizes it's a compliment. Well, listen. If we had a Thunderjaw's mandibles to work with, her gears would be well and truly greased. And I know where to find one, if you want to go hunting with me.
Remind me what we need to fix up this thing?
That Thunderjaw's mandibles will do it.
So, let's say someone you know happened to have a weapon like Araya's.
You don't.
See for yourself.
Of course. Look at the... So the coils generate the spark, but the power source isn't even bolted in. I won't lie. She's beautiful. But there's beautiful and then there's beautiful. What we need is a Stormbird Talon. Lightning flows over them like water off a goose. And I know where one is. Hunt it with me, I'll turn that weapon into your new best friend. And second best.
A weapon that spits flame, huh? Like this one? I took this thing off an Oseram bandit. Think you could do anything with it?
You got my forge fire back? Well, if you took down Olgrid and his goons for this thing, I guess she's yours now.
Why don't you finish it for me first? Make her into the weapon she was supposed to be.
Thought you'd never ask. I'm gonna need a bellowback snout. Any bellowbacks will do. Can you handle it alone?
I think I can manage that. So we need parts from a Stormbird and a Thunderjaw? And you know where to find them.
That's right. It's gonna take some traveling, though. We can find a Thunderjaw out in the Valley Meet, and a Stormbird roosts near the Free Heat. I'll pack and meet you out there. This'll be fun.
Okay.
Foolish young hunters. They speak of the claws beneath as though it's some common machine.
Okay, talk to Araya and talk to Aratek.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
Our numbers rise. 3 more.
I don't think we're ready for it yet, though.
Our hunters have passed their trials.
We'll talk to Aratek first.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with this course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
Have you ever heard the music of Deep Tin?
Right, we're not going to do that main quest yet, 'cause we've got 2 side quests to do. The claws beneath, and we've got to upgrade our weapons. But we'll fire break. Yeah, we'll do that in the next next part. That's quite a way. Okay, yeah, so yeah, we'll do that in the next part. We'll gear up, we'll improve our weapons, then we'll probably go and do the claws beneath. We've got to return our pigments to the artist who wanted them, and then we're ready to do the end of the Frozen Wilds. Okay, so thanks very much. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.